Have you ever noticed that when someone asks you, what do you do? We usually tend to answer with our profession, the work that we do, our job title. Like, I'm an engineer, I'm a teacher, I'm an accountant, I own a business. If you'd asked me that question, for many years of my life, I probably would have answered, I'm a lawyer. For many years, I've actually felt a little uncomfortable introducing myself as a lawyer because people often attach assumptions to the title and they tend to make it a bigger deal than I would have thought it deserved. But the older I get, the more I realize that the most important parts of who we are never fit neatly on a business card or our LinkedIn profile, even. So, before I share anything else on this page, I thought I'd start by answering a simple question. Who am I? Well, yes, I'm a lawyer by profession, but first and foremost, I'm blessed to be married to an amazingly incredible man. And I'm even more blessed to be the mother of two amazing boys. Our oldest son turned 16 this year in July. He was diagnosed with autism and ADHD when he was 6. He's faced challenges that many people never see, especially throughout school. Yet, at the same time, we've also witnessed extraordinary growth, courage, and God's grace throughout his journey. Our youngest son is 8 years old. We often call him our miracle child, our rainbow after the storm, a gracious gift from heaven. Both boys have shaped who I am far more than any qualification ever could. I was born in Indonesia. My parents sent me to Singapore for schooling when I was 12 years old. When I was 17 years old, I moved to Australia for university. And somehow, I've never left. I spent most of my career helping people navigate migration, citizenship, estate and wills, and other legal matters. And last year, 45 years old, I was diagnosed with ADHD myself. That diagnosis didn't change who I was. It helped explain who I had always been. When I look back on my life, I realize there isn't one thing that defined me. Not my profession, not my diagnosis, not even my achievements. What has shaped me the most are the people I've loved, the responsibilities I've carried, the lessons I've learned, and the challenges I've walked through life. And if there's one thread connecting all of it, it's this. I've always cared deeply about people, helping people, encouraging people, standing up and advocating for people, walking alongside people through important seasons of life. I still remember my mom once telling someone that I should become a social worker because I care so much about people. My husband would probably say the same thing today. Sometimes he jokes that I am just too nice for my own good. And perhaps there's a little truth in that. That's why you'll hear me talk about many different topics here, whether it's leadership, parenting, neurodiversity, personal growth, purpose, estate planning and family conversations, legacy, preparing the next generation for this wealth transfer, and sometimes just simple lessons I've learned the hard way. Because life isn't neatly divided into categories. Everything is connected. Life is beautifully intertwined. My hope is that these videos I share encourage you to grow intentionally, to think more deeply, to have important conversations, to use your influence for good too. And perhaps to see yourself and others with a little more compassion, with a little more kindness. Because life is not about having all the answers. It's about sharing the journey. And if any part of my story can help you on yours, then overcoming my fear of pressing this record button will be well worth it. So, let me leave you with a question. If you couldn't use your job title or your profession, how would you introduce yourself? Be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.